You done? What's happening, everybody?
Good morning.
Hope everybody blessed out there.
We're coming at you at 5 a.m.
Early morning.
Early morning.
Early morning.
A little update.
Yes.
First and foremost, we just want you to be aware and be ready that when you are making decisions, when you're making progress in your spiritual life, and decisions are made based on obeying, like this move has been for us. Like this move from the jump, as y'all know, was not our move.
Yeah.
We've been following the signs and following, what we've been given, and trusting that that's where we're supposed to go, just like we did when we moved to where we are now. And so this move to Charlotte from the jump has been a God move.
Yes.
And so with that, we can't be surprised with how chaotic the transaction of the sale in Asheville has gone. And
something you taught me was expectation management.
Right.
Expect what is going to happen.
Right.
And go with that feeling.
When you progressing in your spiritual life, expect the enemy's attack to be even harder.
Yeah, consistent too.
And knowing that, do not lose sight of the focus. Our focus right now is getting to Charlotte. We were supposed to be there a week ago.
Yeah.
And we got distracted because obviously what that meant for our family, everything was packed up. We got notified less than 24 hours of us leaving. And it's been a hot mess.
Put it this way. This is what happens when you get into these negative vibes and these negative moods. You put your trust in human efforts when there are flaws in human effort. You're going to have flaws no matter what. You get what I'm saying? So with that expectation management, expect them to have that flaw, to slow you down, to keep you trailing behind. You get what I'm saying?
I'm listening 100%.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Get out that cannon, boy.
Digging for gold this morning.
But no, real talk. Like, you can't put all
the weight
in someone else other than him.
Yeah, and then even in yourself, because you can try to make things happen, but then that means you trying on your effort and not putting the trust in who it needs to be.
Yeah.
And so we are ready to get to Charlotte.
Yeah.
We are ready for this to come to an end.
Yeah.
And you can't expect everyone to do what's right. Obviously, this delay, unfortunately, was pure lack of communication. We could have packed the truck differently. We're paying on the truck. We had people meeting us at the house in Charlotte last weekend that we had to cancel.
Yeah.
Utilities turned on, things being delivered to the house, people there to meet us at the house, not just to help us move, but also things being done at the house. We threw out food. So we're in the losing hole, right, at the end of the day. And how I ran my business in real estate was, I don't care if it was my client or not, you ain't going to come out of pocket for a mistake on an agent's side. That's just how I ran my business. I just felt like we are trusted advisors. So do your job.
Yeah.
But you can't expect everybody to do that.
No.
And apparently that's warranted, with a managing broker. There's no accountability and no responsibility. Cool. We gonna handle what we got to do and get to Charlotte, and I'll let God handle that, because it may not be in a payment to us that's rightfully due to any seller.
Yeah.
But it'll come out of pocket eventually.
Yeah.
It just won't look the same.
Yeah.
And we just got to move on.
And that's what you can't control.
And that's where my focus was.
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
Yeah.
How in 7 years, and I'm younger than you significantly, have I done the right thing and came out of pocket for anybody's mistakes?
Yeah.
And you can't do the right thing.
Yeah.
But that's what the enemy wanted me to focus on.
Yeah. Because when you think about it,
He don't want us to Charlotte.
greed. Greed. People are greedy. People are consumers. I want this. I gotta have this. Like, they don't care about your feelings. A lot of people don't care about what you're going through. You know,
they don't care like
and
what the
that's
mistakes.
where we are in this world today. Is we don't care what other people are going through, which is that has to change.
Empathy. There's
that
word.
has to change. What can we do to get that change in action?
But for empaths, it's hard to see that because we feel and genuinely feel. And try to relate to anything, but much less when we know a mistake has happened on our end, how that's affected, not just, and this could be in business, this can be in personal life, whatever, but the fact that it's affected our family, a family in Charlotte, and several people just don't care.
Chain reaction.
Hey, that's the problem with the world
because
today.
we only care about what's in our pocket, what we have, what's can
benefiting us.
Show to someone else. Like, number one is you don't need approval from anybody else for what it is that you do. Like, who cares that somebody make $1 million a year? Who cares? You should who cares about that? That's pointless.
I don't even know.
Who cares that somebody makes $100 a year? Are you helping the next person? Are you helping? Are you servicing? And that's what we are away from in this life we live today. We don't serve other people. We want to be served.
But that comes down to the underlying point of this video. Do what's right.
That's it.
Even if you're getting screwed, do what's right.
Yep.
It's going to come tenfold.
Yep.
Yeah, we out a couple thousand.
Yep.
Because of lack of communication. Oh, mind you, I haven't heard from an agent in over 3.5 weeks. But it's cool, because that's normal.
Yep.
That's okay. That's how you run business.
Yep.
So, it is what it is.
You can feel and hear the frustration, but at the end of the day,
We're just ready to get to where God's calling us.
and you gotta give it to Him. When you in these moments,
Can't sleep at night. We were up all night.
just
Like
talk
how?
to Him. Just talk to Him.
How
Just
can
communicate
somebody
with Him.
be good?
You communicate with Him, He's gonna give you an answer. You might not like the answer, but He's gonna give you an answer. That's the one that ain't gonna let you down.
And that's why this morning on the way to the coffee run, if He's calling you to it, do you expect it to go as smooth? No. There's strongholds trying to hold you back. So if you're making progress, the enemy hates that. If you're trying to do right in life, the enemy hates that. But that doesn't mean you turn around and go back to negativity. You just keep your mind pushing forward.
Yeah.
Keep your mind on doing what's right. You have to make your mind up. Don't come easy. You got to choose where you put your focus.
No.
And we're encouraging you to put your focus on what the focus is. Not on the distractions. Okay. So tomorrow we headed to Charlotte.